Hello, this is Kevin Collins with Home Theater Forum. We're here at CEDIA 2013 with Mark at ZuneHD to talk about the range of products they have for managing your digital content. Mark, can you kind of give us an overview of what your product do here and why it's kind of important for consumers?
Yes, I can, Kevin. So what we have here are four of our more popular players. We have two of our latest generation, and believe it or not, we have two of our previous generation, but we'll explain why those are still very relevant today. Really what ZuneHD does at the core is these are media players. And the idea is that for anybody who has digital assets, it could be a MP3 file, it could be a home movie, could even be a Blu-ray ISO, might be a DVD ISO. Point is, whether it's an MKV container, MVC format, we play it back. So if that file resides on the network, on a network share, anywhere in the house or anywhere in the local area network, our players can attach to it and then render that on a TV, which is probably more user-friendly than a tablet or a computer or a mobile device.
So what is the difference from like this set and this set here?
Great. So these top two players are actually very capable products. They support Blu-ray 3D, the MVC format, and they have just really fabulous processors inside them. They'll play back a Blu-ray ISO format file. They'll play back a DVD ISO and many other formats. The main difference between the previous generation is that we picked up Blu-ray 3D support, but unfortunately we lost in this chipset support for Blu-ray file structure. And so what that means, practically speaking, is if I have an ISO of a Blu-ray disc, then I'm going to be able to play the movie, but I won't be able to get the subtitles, the special features, the BD Live, BDJ functionality. Now, the two models below, those actually are fully licensed Blu-ray players. And in fact, you'll might even notice the Blu-ray disc logo there, which of course I know you're familiar with certification program. That means that we can play back a file on a network just as if it was a disc in the tray, which is really fabulous capability and definitely sets those models apart from almost anything else in the market.
So, you know, I scuba dive a lot. Now they take high-def video when you go on these cruises, and a lot of times they'll do BDJ menus on there to make it look really nice. So since, you know, that's just, you know, for me, my own Blu-ray format, you know, there's no copy protection or anything on it. I want to get it off that optical disc and get it easily on so I can see it throughout my house. I would just run it through this player. I just copy my digital assets up.
It's exactly right, Kevin. So basically you just create a copy, and ISO format is probably the preferred format because that's a bit for bit. And in fact, an ISO is not going to remove, even if there were copy protection, it would not remove that. So it's just a bit for bit copy. Our players will then be able to open that and would render it, as I said, just like a disc in the tray. So you come back from your scuba diving trip, and rather than having to go find the disc, to show your friends, you just pull it up in a very nice interface, which I think we'll show you in a few minutes what that looks like. And it's very convenient. It's very nice. One of the nice things about our devices is we allow you to connect to multiple shares. So you can literally have content maybe on your PC. You could have another room in the house where you have, for example, maybe your kids. Maybe they've got another computer. You might have a NAS device with content on it. You may have some other storage device. We can connect to all of those and kind of bring them into a unified view, which is also very handy. And what we've done is we've integrated with a software application called My Movies. It's a third-party application. Actually, the website is mymovies.dk. And works across a lot of different platforms. They've done a special port for Dune. And you just open this up. And what this is an indexer. And this application runs on a PC. And it basically will scan network shares, folders that you point it to. It will then see if it can identify what that movie or that video might possibly be. If there's any metadata associated with that, it will it will download that. It then creates this view, and when I go to my all titles, I now end up with folders. Now you might say, hey, I recognize some of those. There was Black Swan, right, which we just started, and that's because it was a trailer. I titled it Black Swan, and so it simply looked at the title and said, well, this probably is Black Swan the movie. It then downloaded the cover art, a little bit of information, and now when I hit play, it starts playing. Now you'll notice something interesting. The Dune player remembered where it left off. And so you actually could have started this video in the family room and gone to another room of the house and picked it up where you left off. It's a very interesting feature that we've also included in our products.
So it's really cool to see how you go across multiple NASs and you can point this for it to go index and get that information. What if you ever wanted to take some content and take it to the cabin, or if you're going on a vacation or something, you want to pull some of that off? Do you have any solutions that go around that?
We do, and so the player that we're showing here is the model ZuneHD TV303D. This is a very capable player. It's compact, and just for reference, you can see this is just a standard size remote. In fact, it's a little on the smaller side, and the remote's actually a little longer than the player is wide, so it's very compact. What's special about this is on the side, we have a 2.5-inch hard drive bay. Cables out there. There's a USB 3.0 slave port. Now what that allows you to do is this becomes a USB external hard drive. So with a standard 2.5-inch hard drive in there, I can now connect this to my PC or my Mac. I can just do simple file transfer at USB 3.0 speeds, unplug it, take it to my cabin, and I've got not only a player, but I have hundreds or maybe even thousands, depending on the format, of videos.
So there's a portable solution that's as easy as copying a file, and if you want to have it across your whole entire house, it's just copying the file to a NAS. If you have multiple NASs, because they might not have enough disk space, you can just go across multiple ones, and the My Movies just handles it, and the Dune just handles it for going across seamlessly. You don't have to worry about it. Well, that's really slick. And how much does it cost to get into this?
Amazingly affordable. So the TV303D is $199 retail in the US.
So $199, and then this, if you want to have the BDJ, that's
$359. $359.
And then the two.
This model is $599. This is the Dune HD Max. This is at this point our highest end player. It has some very special features. It actually can play a disc. So we like to call this our universal media player, which is to say that not only does it play almost every digital format known to man, it plays physical media too, which is pretty special. Has a 3.5-inch hard drive bay built into it. You can see this on the network, so you could transfer over the network from a PC to the internal hard drive, which, by the way, you can do with the 303D. You can do with the base 3D as well. The base 3D is actually the same chipset as the TV303D. So the audio video performance is identical. You just get a larger hard drive bay, 3.5-inch. You get more connectors on the back because you can see it's 17-inch width, so there's more real estate.
Well, thanks, Mark. It's an incredible offering to manage your digital content that you have in your house and put it all together and have one centralized interface for that. So thank you. This is Kevin Collins from Home Theater Forum at CEDIA 2013 at the Dune HD booth.